A couple of days after I bought this camera for my bike, a driver cut straight out in front of me on a busy junction, narrowly missed knocking me off my bike, and I would have been seriously injured, if not killed there. As soon as I got home, I filed a report on the police website. But was it worth buying this camera? This is the Chilli Technologies Mark II bullet cam. I've had it for a few months now. I'll go quickly through the basic features, and then I'll tell you a bit more about my experience of using it and whether I can recommend buying this camera. It has a well-made metal body, and the company says it's waterproof. I haven't tested how much, but it's certainly rainproof. The camera's got a resolution of about 1080 and a fairly wide-angle lens of about 170 degrees. There's a microphone at the back end, but this is covered by the end cap, and you have to speak pretty loud and clear to capture any speech. Also, it picks up all the vibration of the bike, so mostly I just turn the playback to mute, as most of the audio is not usable. There's no external mic option, and there's no stabilization, but more on this in a bit. And you can find all of the detailed specs on the company website. You have to buy a micro SD card separately. It normally takes a 32 gigabyte card. You can put a bigger card in, but you need to be aware of some formatting requirements with a larger card. So the best thing there is to watch the video from Chilli Tech, and I've linked to that in the description. They do good support videos, which I recommend watching. You plug in your USB cable at the back to power up and to save video, sound and photos. You also need to set the date and time this way. Again, watch their videos for how to do this, but it's pretty simple. Battery life is about 4 hours from a full charge, and this seems better than many other similar cameras, according to other comments I've seen. You can also swap the battery over for a spare, and I did actually buy a spare battery for longer trips, but I've yet to use it. If you do change the battery, this can reset the date and timestamp to default, and you have to set this up via a computer. So I'll show you a workaround in another video. I usually mount the camera on my handlebars, hanging it underneath using the supplied mount. This allows easy turning of the camera to give different shots, which is handy on some junctions. It's controlled through the single button on top, which has a blue LED, and I find it doesn't show up enough in the middle of a sunny day, so sometimes I'm not sure if it's still running, and I've actually lost some video as a result of inadvertently switching it off instead of on to record. There are vibration feedbacks too, but I don't always find these clear enough, especially when I'm wearing gloves. I would prefer to see a brighter LED or even a different color while it's recording. Let's see what the video quality is like. But first, if you're finding this video useful, it'd be great if you give it a thumbs up and share it with somebody else who you think might benefit from it. In this clip, I rode along mostly smooth tarmac with a few small holes and repair patches in the road. The camera's mounted under the handlebars and everything wobbles when I hit a bump. But this still frame shows the sort of detail it captures. Clear enough for evidence purposes, I think. I haven't tried the camera mounted on a helmet, so I don't know how much difference this might make, but it does come with a Velcro pad kit for attaching to a bike helmet. As for the driver of the car that nearly took me out on that roundabout, the bullet camera got good quality video of the incident, which was very helpful in passing on to police. I was promised to call back to let me know what transpired, but I'm not holding my breath. Another thing to chase up. I'm based here in Scotland, and a good tip I had from the police officers who came round to look at the video was to report this kind of thing directly via the Police Scotland website. That way it gets logged properly and they have to follow it up. They did say to me that sometimes phone reports aren't always followed up on, but let me know your experience of that in the comments below. Do I recommend the Chilli Technologies Mark II bullet cam? Yes, I do. For me, it's been good value for money. I paid a good price for it. I think it's well made, well designed for what it's designed to do. I like the amount of battery life it gives you. There's one or two features which I think could be improved, such as the LED brightness and so on. Overall, I find it's a pretty good little camera. I can use it as an auxiliary camera for other filming that I'm doing. Plus, from time to time, I use it as a dash cam in my car. Let me know if you'd like to see a video of that. If you or somebody else you know has to carry a bike up and down stairs, and if you're struggling with that, then watch this video or this video next. Ride safe, drive safe, and enjoy the journey.